Hi everyone, I hope you have had a great week so far. This is your daily tarot reading for Friday, December 7th, 2018. Please forgive me for not posting yesterday. I just wasn't really feeling very well, and I didn't think that I would be able to give a valuable, useful reading with the way that I was physically feeling. So please forgive me, but we are back today, and I am ready to give you your daily reading. So this is the first thing I'm going to ask for is your overall energy for this day. So what is your overall energy for Friday, December 7th, 2018? What is your overall guiding energy? This is the energy that's going to help. If you're new to the channel, this is the energy that helps guide the overall energy. This is the energy that speaks to how you might be feeling or how you might be dealing with your day, your overall message for this day. So let's see, what is your overall guiding card for this day, Friday, December 7th, 2018. Stay in my hands. These cards are really big for my hands, in case you notice, so sometimes it's a little bit tough to hold on to them, but we're doing our best. We'll be okay. What is your overall energy for this day? Your message is heaven sent. So this card speaks to you being aware of any messages that are coming from beyond. You may have lost someone recently. You may have lost someone a long time ago. Whatever it is, they're trying to send a message to you. If you do believe in things like an afterlife, if you believe in angels, anything like that, whatever messages you're getting, know that they're coming from beyond our earthly, mundane plan. I'm assuming you believe because you're here. So just whatever messages are coming to you today, they're from beyond what you may know. They're even if someone in your family is telling you something, there's a chance that it's something they heard from someone who passed on a long time ago, or it's a dream, or it's like just something that is beyond what we have now, beyond our physical existence, beyond our physical plane. There's a message coming from you, and this message is mostly positive. I'm thinking this is something, telling you to open up your eyes, open up that third eye area, open up, your intuition, and listen to anything that's coming from beyond what seems normal, from outside of what seems normal and mundane and usual. Okay, it might be a message that you're in need of something. You're in need of stability. You're in need of finding the right path. But whatever it is, the message is that your higher power, your guides, your ancestors, anyone who's passed on, they're with you today. They're here with you today, and they're trying to guide you in some way. So let's see what that could mean, what your aspirational energy is today. And this card can help us understand, what you can sort of go for, what you can try to work towards if you're able to overcome your challenges. It also helps us understand a little bit more about what that heaven sent message might be for you today. So what is your aspirational card for today, for Friday, December 7th, 2018? Interesting. You have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is a message that you might be needing to leave some parts of yourself behind. You might be holding on to things, holding on to like old mindsets, old emotions, possibly old relationships, things that just no longer serve you. And it's time for you to turn away from those things. It is time for you to let go of these things so that you can try to move forward and make a change. You might have experienced some hardship in whatever situation you're going through, but whatever it is, it's not as bad as it seems. It's just time for it to turn over. It's time for it to end. It's time for it to change. So whatever you've been going through, whatever's ended for you, this is a message not to feel so sad about it. And if you haven't necessarily let it go yet, this is a message that it's time for you to let it go. It's time for you to say, you know what, I can no longer put myself in this emotional position. I can no longer stay in this situation. I can no longer do anything that's to my detriment. Whatever you're doing, it is not serving you anymore. And it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to let go of what's no longer serving you. Okay? So let's see what's challenging you on the physical level. This is our physical, mundane, earthly challenges. This could be your job, this could be your relationships, this could be your body, your physical health, your home life, your finances, anything that's challenging you on the physical level. So what is your challenge today on the physical, mundane, earthly level for Friday, December 7th, 2018? What is your challenge? You have the Three of Cups. So it might have to do with a relationship. It might just have to do with your emotions. You might be feeling a little bit down. You might not see any reason to celebrate. You might be like, you know what, why should I be happy about whatever is going on? Why should I connect with people? You might even be feeling, you know, a little bit disconnected, having trouble reaching out to people. You might feel like you have issues with your loved ones. You have like disagreements today. You're having just some very like lonely kind of dark feelings about your relationships, about your situation. You're not really seeing the reason to celebrate, especially in the United States. This is the holiday season, and you might be feeling a little bit down. You might be like, you know, why should I celebrate? Why should I try to connect with people? Why should I try to spend any time with my friends and my family? I'm just, you know, depressed. I'm just sad. I'm lonely. And you may be locking yourself away, pulling yourself away, disconnecting from other people. And it's not necessarily that they're disconnecting from you, that they're not reaching out. It's just you don't really feel like you have the energy or the power or the desire even to make these connections or to keep these connections strong. So let's see what we can do to overcome this challenge. What can you do to overcome this kind of disconnect, this kind of not wanting to celebrate, not wanting to have a good time, just wanting to kind of mope and wallow in your shallowness or in your loneliness, I should say. What can we do to overcome this challenge on the physical plane for Friday, December 7th, 2018? So you have the Five of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Right. So the message of the Five of Wands is the whatever you're going through right now, it's helping prepare you for maybe harder times. It's helping prepare you for a struggle that may be coming up in the future. And you know, whatever it is, you might not be you might not be seeing the situation as clearly as you could be, but whatever it is, well, whatever it is, it's not, you're making a mountain out of a molehill, you know? That idiom, you're making mountains out of molehills, you're making something bigger than it is, you're making it seem bigger. And I think this is encouraging you to really think a lot more intuitively about this situation, really try to be a lot more thoughtful about your interactions with other people. Try not to let arguments take over today. Try not to let arguments ruin your mood today, even if you don't necessarily have the most positive relationship with someone or the most positive experience in your situation today. Don't let that take over your day. Don't let that destroy your calm center. I think this card is speaking to remaining calm in whatever is happening, trying to keep your head level, trying to stay logical about the situation, stay positive about the situation, or not necessarily, you know, not the kind of false positive that people like to put on where it's like, oh, everything's great, even if it's not, and they just pretend and they're lying to themselves and they're lying to everyone else around them. That is not the message here for you today. The message for you today is just to try not to let these things that are upsetting you be so upsetting that it's destroying your whole day, that it's just ruining your mood for the day, okay? That is not what you need to do. This issue, this situation, this issue you're dealing with is yeah, it's just kind of something you have to go through right now. It's something you have to deal with to change. Like I said, it's preparing you for something bigger, but it's not as big as it feels right now. Whatever negative energy you're facing, whatever arguments you're dealing with, whatever disagreements you're dealing with, they're not as big as you might think they are at this very moment in time. It's just really important that you stay calm and remember that. Stay calm and remember that you're going to come through this. Try to think logically through the situation. Think with your, without being as emotional as you could be, all right? Don't be as emotional as you possibly could be in this situation. Like I said, with the Eight of Cups, this is something that you might need to just go through to leave something behind, all right? You might just need to be seeing that change is going to come. Change is starting for you. Change is about to happen. And whatever that change is, it's something that is necessary, and it's necessary for you to remain calm through this, remain hopeful through this, and intuitively guide yourself, let yourself move through this situation without holding on to any of the negative or dark feelings that may come through. Okay, so let's see, what is your mental, emotional, and spiritual challenge of the day? This helps us understand a little bit about what's going on underneath the surface, what's going on a deeper, more emotional core level for you. So what is your challenge on the mental, emotional, and spiritual level? It can also help us understand why you're feeling disconnected, why you're not wanting to talk to people or celebrate with people, or why, if this is about like a relationship, why you might be considering breaking away from that relationship or breaking away from that situation that you're in. So let's see, what is going on under the surface? What is your challenge for Friday, December 7th, 2018, on the mental, emotional, and spiritual level? And with all the smoke we've got going on, I think there's something that's about to be revealed to you. There's like you're going through this because some sort of mystery is just coming through. You're starting to open your eyes, you're starting to see through all of the lies or deception or whatever it is you're experiencing. And that could help, that could create this change for you, that could create this kind of challenge that you're dealing with the Five of Wands here. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, you have the Six of Wands here, and I think there is something from your past, or something that you're just remembering, that is kind of bringing on these feelings. And like I said, if this is like a situation or a relationship that you're trying to get away from, it's like your brain is turning on today to the truth of this situation. Your brain is turning on to the reality of the situation, and you're like feeling like you're ready to move on. You're feeling like you're ready to transition, to go somewhere else. You've been in this dark place for a long time. You've been in this situation for a long time. You've been dealing with this issue for a while. Come on, Sage. Let me breathe. You've been dealing with this kind of wasteland here, this kind of like just maybe lack of emotion. Maybe you're not getting the emotion that you're expecting or hoping for someone else. Maybe you're just, it was better at some point, it was good at some point, and now it's just not serving you anymore. You're just like ready to go along, and you're starting to realize, my heart, my passion, my feelings, they matter. And in this situation, I don't feel like they've mattered as much, or in this relationship, in this friendship, in this experience that I'm having in my current life, I don't feel like I've been pursuing my passions. I don't feel like I've been respecting the things that are inside of me that need to be fed. I don't feel like I've been respecting the part of my soul that needs to be fed. And because you're experiencing that, because you're starting to wake up to that, you're wanting to move away from it. You're really just kind of waking up to the situation, and it's a little bit less of a challenge and more of just something you're going through right now, and it's not necessarily something you're able to fully realize at this moment, whatever these passions are, whatever it is that is making you want to move on, whatever this wasteland was that you're remembering, that you're thinking about, that you're maybe even feeling a little bit sad about, a little bit nostalgic about. It's like you're trying to figure out how you can move through this, how you can move away from this, so that you can move on and heal and follow those passions. Because there's a part of you that really wants to grow and really wants to change and really wants to expand and experience new things, but you're not exactly there yet. Okay, so let's see how we can get you there. How can you overcome this wasteland of emotion, this lack that you've been feeling, this feeling that you've been sort of ignoring a part of yourself, that you've been denying a part of yourself even, or that someone around you has been denying part of yourself and ignoring that part of you, and you're trying to express it and you're not really able to figure out how to do that. So how do you do that? How do you overcome this situation? For Friday, December 7th, 2018. You have the moon. And you have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, wonderful. So with the moon, the message you're getting here is that you're not necessarily going to know all the answers, but you do know that this is speaking to your soul. This is something that is on a deep spiritual level for you, and you need to listen to that. You need to grow with that, and it's possible you need to spend some time alone to figure this out. Not necessarily the only thing you need to do, but you definitely need to take some time to really listen to your emotions, listen to what's going on inside of you. This feeling that you're feeling, it's not wrong. That's what this message is. The feeling that you have to break away from this wasteland, that maybe you're not being listened to, that maybe you're not being your passions or your goals or what's in your heart isn't being fed the way it needs to be. That feeling is something you have to look into. That's something you have to really spend some time with and really connect with your spirit. Really get in there and say, you know what? I have to I have to try to understand these things. I have to try to understand myself. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some real active work. It's going to take practical action, okay? It's going to take meditation, okay? It's going to take really thought, journaling, writing down your feelings, keeping track of your moods every day, keeping track of your emotions, keeping track of where you are, making goals, setting priorities, setting plans for yourself, plans to make this change. It's not going to be something you can just think about and sit down and say, okay, I want this to happen, and I hope this happens, and I hope things get better. That's not going to make change for you. You're going to have to do the work. You're going to have to really put in some sweat, some tears, some blood, some emotion, all metaphorically speaking, spiritually speaking, because this is a spiritual thing for you. This is an emotional thing for you. It's something that is really on the deep level for you, that needs to be changed, needs to be healed, needs to be opened up and looked at and explored and understood. And you have to do the work to create that healing. You have to do the work to really make that peace that you're craving, make that emotional balance, that emotional strength that you're craving. It's going to take work. It's going to take practice. It's going to take actual actions to get to this point, and you have to try to be as honest as you can with yourself, and look deeply within yourself. Okay, so that is going to help you to overcome this feeling that you haven't been feeding part of yourself. It's going to help you start to really expand your soul, to really grow and to heal that part of yourself, okay? So let's see what your energy is to close out this Friday. What is your energy for the end of day for Friday, December 7th, 2018? How are you going to end this Friday? How are you going to end this week? You have the Three of Wands, yeah, and you have Death. Right. So just like with the Eight of Cups here, we've got this guy standing and looking out ahead of him. He's looking out and he's saying, I have to let some things go. I gotta move on. I gotta make some changes. Exact same message I'm getting with the Three of Wands. The only difference is he's looking it for hope, and he's actually taking the steps to make those changes. Whereas the Eight of Wands, I think it's more like you're considering these changes and you're thinking about these changes and you're ready to make those changes with the Eight of Wands because it is in your aspirational place. But with the three, or with the Eight of Cups, but with the Three of Wands, this is you taking steps. This is you putting things into action. This is you writing your plans down, writing your goals. This is you letting go of what's not helping you, letting go of all the stuff that has been hurting you, all the stuff that's been holding you back, that's been keeping you in that emotional or spiritual wasteland, that's been keeping you kind of dark and keeping you down. This is you creating active change. This is you saying, you know what, I'm ready. I'm ready to make change, and I'm going to take every step that I can. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to make these changes. I'm not going to wait for somebody else to tell me it's okay. I'm not going to wait for something to change for me. I am going to do what I can to make this change. All right? Don't wait for your boss to give you a raise. Ask for a raise. Don't wait for, someone to offer you a new job or offer you a new experience. Go out and find that new experience. Go out and create that new experience, and let the part of you that hasn't been helping you, let the part, that wasteland, that sadness, that darkness, that disconnect that you've been dealing with, let it die. And like I said, if this has to do with a relationship, then it's time to let that go too. You have whatever it is you're dealing with, you are being watched. You are being cared for. You have to figure out how to balance yourself on all of your levels, on the mental level, the spiritual level, the physical level. You have to figure that out because we got a lot of threes in here. We've got the Three of Wands, Three of Cups, the 33 card here, the Three of Pentacles. So your higher power is with you. They are with you and they are strong, and this message is so powerful. It is possible. It is time for you to move on. It is time for you to let it go, whatever it is that you're dealing with. And I think both of these come with a message of hope. Both of these come with a message of moving forward, of knowing that even if something has to die, even if something has to go away, something has to change, you have to let something go and move on from it. This is going to bring you to a brighter place. This is going to, you're going to be able to come through this, but you do have to take those steps. You do have to leave behind these things that aren't working for you. Leave them behind, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's a lifestyle, whether it's, a habit that you have, and you have to take the steps to actually try to break that habit. Don't just say, I want to quit smoking. Don't buy any cigarettes. Throw away the cigarettes. Burn the cigarettes, whatever it is, whatever bad habits you might be dealing with, whatever bad experiences you're going through, whatever negative relationships or friendships or jobs or partnerships or financial habits or anything that whatever brings in your head as this is going on, that it's time for you to try to move on from that and to take steps to move on from that. Do whatever it takes. Don't just use your words today. Don't just say, I want to change. Make the change, and know that whatever has to die today, whatever has to be let go of, you're going to be able to get through this. You're going to be able to find a brighter experience. You're going to be able to heal through this, and you're going to be able to grow. Okay? So let's see what your energy is for this weekend. This is just, an overall energy card that can help you kind of navigate the weekend. So what is your energy? What is your message for the weekend for December 8th and 9th, 2018? What is your guiding message for December 8th and 9th, 2018? Saturday and Sunday. Against the grain, right? So once you get through all of these threes, once you get through all of this stuff that you're going through, you break away from anything that's not serving you, you're able to move on and change. It's not necessarily going to be easy for you, and it's not necessarily going to be easy for the people around you either. They're not necessarily going to say, my friend, you haven't called me in a while. And if your response is, I don't think this relationship is healthy for me, they're not going to like that. But listen, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what's good for you. You got to do what's healthy for you, what's helpful for you. Even if that means going against what other people want you to do, even if that means going against your own habits, your own addictions, your own, comfort zone. You can't always sit in your comfort zone if it's not serving you. All right. You're gonna need to break out of this. And that's your message for the weekend. And if you're able to do that, you're gonna find that stability. You're gonna find that strength. And again, we have the white birds here. Again, we have hope waiting for you. Again, we have peace on the horizon for you, right? But you're going to have to go maybe through some unconventional methods to get there. You're going to have to make some big changes for yourself. And like I said, they need to be active. They need to be organized. They need to be actionable and real and physical and with some direction. You have to be directed. You can't just throw it out in the universe and hope that it works out. Okay? You're really gonna have to figure this out on a real level. Sit down and think about this and do what you need to do to take care of yourself and to heal. Okay? That is your reading for this weekend and for Friday. Thank you so very much for being here. I will see you Monday. Remember always that I love you. Have a beautiful night. Bye.